Super Tuesday just 4 days away, Senators Clinton and Obama are actively courting support from Latino voters across the country. Latinos comprise a major portion of the Democratic electorate in many Super Tuesday states, including California, New York, New Jersey, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. In contests so far, Clinton has won a large percentages of the Latino vote. In Nevada, exit polls show she won more than 60% of the Hispanic vote, though the Culinary Workers Union had backed Obama. In Florida, Clinton won 59% of the Latino vote. Obama won only 30%. Clinton has scored several major endorsements from within the Latino community in California, including Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa and the pioneering labor activist Dolores Huerta. Obama supporters in California include Senate Majority Leader Gloria Romero and Maria Elena Durazo, the head of the powerful Los Angeles County Federation of Labor.
The campaign has even split families. Congressmember Loretta Sanchez of California is backing Clinton, while her sister, Congresswoman Linda Sanchez, is in the Obama camp. We're joined now by several guests to talk about the upcoming vote. Dolores Huerta, longtime labor activist, co-founder of the United Farm Workers of America. Thursday, she was campaigning for Hillary Clinton in New Mexico. She lives in California. We're also joined by Federico Pena. He is co-chair of the Barack Obama campaign. He served in the cabinet of President Bill Clinton as head of the Department of Transportation and Energy Secretary. He joins us on the phone from Denver, Colorado, where he is the former mayor. We welcome you both to Democracy Now! Dolores Huerta, let's begin with you. Why do you support Hillary Clinton?
Well, I believe that she's a person that has the experience that we need. I believe she has the courage because she has, taken lists like coming out for national health care when nobody else was doing that. She was also just the fact that she's running for the presidency of the United States. So you've got the combination that we need for a president that can take, as she has said often, to lead on the first day that she gets inaugurated. Because she's got the intelligence and the experience and the courage and the capability of running the country.
And Dolores, as I'm sure you're aware, Ted Kennedy, I guess the icon of the Democratic Party in the Senate this week came out in support of Barack Obama and immediately went to try to campaign among Latinos in California, I guess evoking especially the memory of Bobby Kennedy, who marched with Cesar and you and many of the farm workers in the state 1960s. Your response to this effort by Ted Kennedy to convince Latinos to back Obama?
Well, on the other hand, we have the endorsement of Bobby Kennedy, actually Robert Kennedy's son. Bobby Kennedy, as you know, has been very active in the environment, and he had a beautiful piece that he, Kerry Kennedy, the head of the Robert Kennedy Foundation, Kathleen Kennedy, former Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, all of these are Robert's children. And I want to refer you to an LA Times editorial that they wrote why they were supporting Hillary. And in that article, Bobby says he's worked with Hillary on the environment for 15 years, and Kathleen has worked with Hillary for 25 years. One of the things that, they keep talking about progressive candidates, Hillary Clinton voted against the nuclear waste dumping in Yucca Mountain in Nevada. While on the other hand, Barack Obama actually took money from the company that was creating the nuclear waste and wanted to dump it in Nevada. So, I think that pretty much offsets Ted Kennedy's endorsement because you've got Robert Kennedy's children. Of course, the farm workers union, we were much more closer to Robert. And these are the activists. These are the ones that are out there doing community work. And they know what Hillary has done in terms of her long history in civil rights and working for children, working for education. So they know that she's the one that they feel is the best person to run for president.
Federico Pena, you're co-chair of the Barack Obama campaign, yet under President Clinton, you headed the Department of Transportation as well as the Department of Energy. Your response, why have you gone from the Clintons to Obama?
Well, Amy and Juan, good morning. Let me say good morning to my good friend Dolores Huerta. We've been friends for many, many years. Let me be very succinct in telling the audience why I'm supporting Barack Obama. Number one, I believe the next president of the United States has to have an extraordinary ability to reunite the American people. Of all the candidates who were running, all 7 or 8 originally, I concluded that the person who had the God-given talent and skill, just a natural ability to bring people together, was Barack Obama. Secondly, I believe the next president has to be more than just a Democratic president. I want a Democratic president who will have the ability to bring bold change in Washington. And to do that, you have to be able to work with Republicans and independents. And Barack Obama does not have 20 years of experience fighting Republicans in Washington, having that sort of albatross around his neck. Therefore, he will be far more able to bring the parties together. And lastly, in terms of foreign policy, I want a president who will look to the world from the future and not the perspective of the past. Barack Obama's early years, the way he was raised, his whole personal experience gives him good judgment about the world. And that's why, unlike Hillary Clinton, he opposed the war in 2002. He's been steadfast about that. And I think it's that kind of good judgment that the American people want, and I certainly want in the next president.
Well, I don't know about his judgment. I just want to mention one thing in particular.
Dolores Huerta.
Yeah, there was a big issue, if you will recall, where we had a woman who, in Chicago, Elvira Arellano, who refused to be deported, and she was undocumented. She was in sanctuary for 12 months, for an entire year, and right there in Chicago where Obama lives. The people that did that campaign, these are the same ones that organized the big marches in Chicago, went to see Obama to get some support for Elvira Arellano. He not only refused to help them, but he didn't even bother to go see Elvira. I went from California 4 times to be there with her. We had a large delegation from Mexico from all the political parties that went to see Elvira. 5 ambassadors. They all flew to Washington, D.C. to plead on her behalf. Obama never lifted his finger to help her, as he never did when we had 2 Latinos that had been unjustly incarcerated for a murder that they did not commit. Again, a big campaign to free these 2 young men from prison. They were ultimately freed. But when they went to see Senator Obama, he refused to help them. I have been a civil rights activist for, I guess, all of my life. And I have been to Chicago many times for many different campaigns at the community there. The Latino community was there. I have to this day to meet Mr. Obama. I have never encountered him in any of these big campaigns that we've done in Chicago on different issues. And as I say, I have never yet to meet the man.
Did Senator Clinton weigh in, Dolores Huerta, did Senator Clinton weigh in either of those cases?
Well, let me just say this, that this is we're talking about Chicago, we're talking about the 3rd largest Latino area outside of Mexico City, right?
Yeah, can I
Hillary doesn't live in Chicago. These people here actually went to see Obama, Senator Obama. So I don't believe that he has that kind of courage or that kind of judgment. Or let's say, is it judgment or is it wisdom or whatever? But he chose not to be associated with one of the biggest causes that we had in our community, the cause of Elvira Arellano, the cause of these 2 young men, where he could have stepped in. They were ultimately freed, by the way, but not with his help. So, I mean, I don't know.
Amy and Juan, can I say something?
Yes, Federico Pena, yes.
Yeah, first of all, I didn't know that this morning's call was going to give an opportunity for each of us to criticize the other candidate. I'm happy to do the same thing as respects Hillary Clinton, but let me interrupt and correct the misimpression that my good friend Dolores just left. I've spoken to the senator about this case and his staff. His staff met with this woman twice. The reason she got special exemption years ago with Senator Durbin's help was because she had a special medical condition. That special medical condition went away. She was no longer subject to a unique law that had to be passed specifically on her behalf, and that's why it wasn't done. So it's clearly not the case. But let me get back to this issue of who has been most involved in the Hispanic community. Now, Dolores just said that she's been to Chicago a number of times. By the way, Dolores, I go to Chicago a lot myself, and that she's never seen Barack in the community. Well, Barack Obama was the only person who participated in the massive marches by immigrants who were protesting the inappropriate immigration laws being considered in Congress. Hillary Clinton did not. It was Barack Obama who has been strongly supporting immigration reform in the Congress, introducing amendments with Senator Menendez, Congressman Gutierrez, and it was Barack Obama who said that he supports states having driver's licenses for undocumented citizens, whereas Hillary, and you saw her during the debate, at first she said she was for it, then she's against it, and now she's definitely against it. Where's the courage? You talk about courage. I want to stand with a president who has the courage to stand up for the things that are right, to say the war was wrong in 2002 when Hillary said it was right, and then last night in the debate she started to say that, well, it really wasn't a resolution to engage in war, and Barack read the title of the resolution, which is very clear. So we have to be very careful when we talk about courage and judgment, because there is another side of the story as respects Hillary Clinton. Now, I didn't want to go there this morning, but since Dolores launched this first attack about Yucca Mountain, and then she knows that Barack has been against Yucca Mountain, and I know about Yucca Mountain because I was Secretary of Energy under President Clinton, and we can talk about the position of President Clinton on Yucca Mountain if you'd like to, too. But I thought we were going to have this conversation, one, about our own candidates and have it a bit more clean.
Well, we're going to break and come back to the conversation. Federico Pena, co-chair of Barack Obama's campaign. We're speaking to him in Denver. He was the Secretary of Transportation and Energy under President Clinton. Dolores Huerta is the longtime labor activist, co-founder of the United Farm Workers of America with Cesar Chavez, and she's speaking to us from California. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. We will come back to this